Hey there, Max here, and today we are going to be playing Extinction Day! This is a new game that recently came out that takes on the style of Plague Inc. and turns it up to the nth degree. We're not just working with diseases anymore, you're working with just global disasters of many proportions, and it is very fun, and you never have to worry about any borders being shut down to completely ruin your plans, Madagascar! Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how many times I've lost a game of Plague Inc. thanks to Madagascar or Greenland shutting down their borders from us. There is none of that. You can be able to tell aside from some specific points that you have to put specific disasters to generate themselves in on a certain region, you also get very more precise active abilities that you can be able to call down. Tornadoes, volcanoes, and all kinds of things. I wouldn't be surprised if a nuclear missile's involved at some point, or zombie plagues. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and get through in here. I have played through a few of these things to get some good practice in on it, and I have been enjoying myself. In order to go to the next chapters and unlocking a whole other sections of disaster types, you do need to play on harder and harder modes. Each one has 16 of these little difficulty pips, which means there's like 4 missions to each chapter. And I've already gotten 1 of each from the easiest modes on each of them from chapter 1, so our goal is going to try to get 6 more. And so doing that, let's just go ahead and go to the next level of the first scenario here. We'll just go straight to hard. And we can also choose certain perks to sort of help us out, just like, of course, Plague Inc. would. Now then, how shall we go from here? I like having a nice little quick start. It does kind of lose its efficiency later on. I definitely like having some influence points. That's some good stuff to have. I love an active reload on certain ones, but I don't think it's going to be helpful that much here. But damage of all passive disasters, I think that's a good one here, because we are dealing with an airborne illness focus here. Some of these missions will have, aside from specific goals to increase your experience loadout, to make things better with your perks, it'll also have like little extra effects. Increased health, you can only use certain disasters, you can get faster energy regen to use some abilities faster, there could be higher resistances to some disasters and other ones. It is some very unique abilities and things that go on here. Now then, I'd say slow inertness is definitely a good one to have. And weaker humans is better on the harder difficulties because it has a bigger effect on their total health, so I think I'd rather go with the free enhancements. That can really help out a lot. Now then, let's go ahead and start this off. Oh, we can do this easily, I think. Now then, to start, we want to go ahead and find a good location to begin our rise. Oop, let's go ahead and turn down that music just a spell. I don't know why it is always that it always takes getting so low just to affect this level of music you're working with. Now then, from here, we want to turn that back. We want to select our very first disaster, which for here, we are having to start with a respiratory outbreak. Airborne pathogen that spreads relentlessly, eroding populations over time. Let's go ahead. I like starting out in New York. Let's see now. High alertness. Oh, and there's our first influence drop. So, like Plague Inc., we get little random pips that come up here that you can choose to either get souls, which are things that can allow you to upgrade your disasters directly, or influence, which can allow you to do more of a global passive effects. For this, I like starting off getting some resource drops and getting some more influence out of it, so we can be able to get these faster influence buffs. So I like starting off trying to get influence up faster, and then we'll ramp up the damage that our diseases can be able to do and such. That way you can kind of be around for a while before the alertness starts stacking up. There's our plague. It's going and going and going. Coughing, coughing, coughing. Now, we do have a few things that we can start off with. Let's see. Not sure exactly. I do wish it actually gave a percentage value here and not just a marker, so I knew exactly how much we're working with or how much. Because there's another thing that does actually have that effect. Let's go ahead now over to the disaster menu. Since we do have a bunch. I would say let's get a tornado. That way we have another way of affecting people more precisely. Let's go ahead and in Florida. There's a lot of people up in Florida. And also let's go ahead and do a little bit of an effect here. No. Yes. We want to start off trying to... I like starting things off in order by getting more currency. You know, playing the long game, as it were. Alright, I'll take that. Another thing you could do, you can also enhance the main locations for your passive disasters. And for that, I would like to start with a rapid spread, a soul boost, and for the starting one, I would say collection rate is not that great yet, because you're going to get the souls. So I'd say starting the increase the amount of souls is good to have. But to get them, I'd say for this, since it's the respiratory disease, let's go with attack size? No, let's go for damage, because once they get infected, that's a better thing. Now, the reason why spread is so important is you cannot go to these other locations until you've had enough spread out to reach them. And you don't quite do that immediately. You have to go to these other little flag points. And kind of like the game Pandemic, the diseases will kind of... Or I always say diseases because we're so used to that with Plague Inc. The disasters will spread kind of randomly. So the faster you're spread, the faster you can get where you want to go. And also, of course, the more it spreads, the more the actual disasters themselves will spread in these actual points. Oh yeah, they're getting sick. Nice and sick. We'll go ahead and drop them there. Take a bit more here. Let's go ahead and bump up those points a bit more. And also the number of souls. I think that's a fair point to start. Resource boost is also a good one. This is also a very good one, so that way you can get those more expensive disasters bought. Because we can buy two more active and passive disasters. So we can get storms later. And we can get our asteroids start coming in later as well. Alright. We got 8 influence. Let's go ahead. I'd say when we're ready to start buying the other abilities is when we want to use the influence points to actually buy that. Let's go with... Well, I guess we have to go... Well, wait a minute. I think if we go to this one... Because I'm not going to be using the Accelerated Harvest that much. I guess we could go to that and then get the resource boost boosted. I think it is one of those things where you have to get 2 of the other. Okay, but let's go for the third one of that in a bit. Let's go ahead and get the energy production boosted, though, so we can get things going there. And a little bit of damage increase, so that way that's going. We also have a bit more on soul points, so let's go ahead and see what we can upgrade. I want to upgrade the amount of souls that come up, but maybe we can work with that later. The size is nice and all, but it doesn't do anything very much if you don't got the damage for it to be worth anything. So, let's go ahead and get this damage of the Z's up a little more, I think. That way we can actually get some more bear souls. And that's a... And there we go, we have our first expansion done. And that also allows us to go over the carcass. Now... It does actually take another kind of energy source in order to allow us to do that. And if we go to places where the cost is too much higher, that means we won't be able to spread to other places until another certain point, which will come up. But I think this is going to be fine to come here, so that'll start making things come a little faster. Let's go ahead and get the spread up higher there, and a resource boost here, and a damage boost there. And we'll go ahead and hit Florida again. We kind of want to do that so that way the more people that end up dying, the more souls that we'll gather. Okay, we got a bit more influence. Let's go ahead here. Oh, no, we gotta go up to 12, so we got a little bit more. Thankfully, there's also a little option here, so if you ever think you're gonna miss any of these things, you can just hit them and it'll auto pick them up for you. That's a nice feature. Now then, let's go ahead and hit that. That is good. And we need to hit 18 souls for the upgrade for the plague to start getting more souls. And Florida is about to be dead out. Good there. Ooh, 10. Nice, that's a good pickup. Okay, I'm going to switch over to getting souls now, because I would like to start switching over to more ways of getting currency start. Because now we're getting to the point where we're getting less currency options. And more so... what's the word I'm looking for? Well, other kinds of options. Let's see here. Yeah, sure, we'll go ahead and speed up the rapid spread effect. That'll be fine. Let's go ahead and hit Washington, because that's usually a good spot that you get missed out a little bit. 12, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and back over here and increase the damage on the tornado and a bit of the size. There we go. That should do a little bit more damage. It can be a little weird at times on the matching of costs of stuff every now and then, but it is also very much a good tactic to try and wipe out a primary place first, due to the fact that once you kill off a region, the energy cost to keep the disaster going is refunded, and you can spread to other places, like that. But that one's too expensive, we can't go there. So I'm hoping to get to LA at some point. It's gonna be either actually, we can go to Buenos Aires. That's a good one. That's a good one I think we can work with. Yeah, that one's going to be 8. We were going to be able to go there. That's fine. So these are going to be the 3 ones we're going to go. We're going to try and... This is going to be our main one for money, as it were. Expand. Souls. And we'll hold up on the rest for a bit until we get more souls. Now then... Let's go ahead and switch up to soul power next, I think. Let's go ahead and focus on the city. Where do we want to hit? That, well, that makes up my mind for me. We got 14 of that. I do want that resource boost to get affected, so let's see here. How much is that? Nope, that is not affected by that. I wish it would make it a little clearer that that does not affect that. There we go. That's fine. So now we should get much more souls from the resource boost. The alertness is still not very major. Thankfully, the respiratory disease does not generate a lot of problems. The tornado is a little more so, but so far we're doing okay. Okay, let's go over on this side of things now. Let's... Now... South America is on the hot and dry side. Therefore, we would like to go over here and unlock... Well, we actually have to unlock this first, which will make more targets of our disease get affected. And this will make more damage to the hot zones. Which is going to be like twice the amount we were going to get. Actually, 3 times the amount if we didn't. So that's a good place to start with. Considering we seem to be focusing on South America right now. We'll go ahead to get cold efficiency later, and that will affect North America more. Let's see. We do want to try and get more souls, so once we get to 16 on that, we will try to jump on that. Let's see if we can hit these guys. Thankfully, tornadoes tend to generate very quickly. Although that alertness is rising up quite a bit, so we might want to take our time with things for a little bit. Let's go back to generating more influence. There is an influence point that allows you to drop some alertness immediately, and I would like to get that one possible before I hit things a little too hard. Sure, let's go ahead and hit this area. It seems to be doing just fine, and we can't have that now, can we? Oh, we got a lot of resources now all of a sudden. Let's go ahead and boost that. Nice. And we'll boost that. Great. That's a lot of souls that we'll start getting here. And we'll go ahead and increase... Ooh, this actually does more on the hot damage area. Good to know. Okay, that's going to do quite a bit. And on the coast as well. So that's very good for this area, who has a very good coastal population. And coastal over here. There's a big coastal. So tornadoes can do a lot of damage to these coastal areas. I find it kind of strange for that, but yeah, maybe it's because they're catching them off guard, and people stare a lot at tornadoes. We'll go ahead and hit this yellow group here. We got a bit more we could use. I think we'll start saving up a bit more on the souls, perhaps. Okay, that place is going to get very much screwed. Let's go ahead and drop that alertness. And we'll probably do that again as well, because we want to get it as low as we possibly can. We want to spread as far as we can before the countermeasures start kicking in. Okay. We are starting to really speed up on our gain of resources now. Let's go ahead and... How about we... Size of attack? Maybe. Amplify damage? Sure, we can amplify the damage. You can also get critical hits for things. That kind of blows my mind. Now, increase cost. I don't know if that's a great idea to go with. This one, maybe so, but we might go for that one later. Increase damage effect, perhaps. Oh, increase area enhancer. I guess that's what they would like to have had, but we are not using that, so we're not going to use that. 1+2 levels expand range. Mutate spread behavior to reach farther territories. Oh, I didn't realize that was a thing. That's actually a lot stronger than I thought. If you can expand the range that it can be able to go towards, that's actually kind of nasty. Let's see, so, and let's see, that's 10 more influence. Let's see, let's go ahead and drown that a bit more. Ooh, they are getting quite sick, ain't they? Let's go ahead and hit that population. They're a little too blue for my liking. How's the energy looking? 8, 9. I wonder if that means that that's going to wind up getting affected. Yep. So that means that there are going to be locations in this region that are going to wind up getting affected, I believe. I think that's up. I hope that's how that works. We'll see. I'm not too sure of how that part really works yet. Let's see. Increased area enhancer. How are we doing on that? That actually would not be a bad upgrade to get in a different playthrough, because we've already used a few. That would mean that we'd be able to spread more. Let's see now. Let's go ahead and bump up the damage. Ooh, add a critical hit effect. And we'll wait for a bit more. Do a bit more damage. Alright, and I think we're going to save a bit more influence for the next level up on trying to knock down that alertness now. Good. Ooh, that's a nice one, a 10. That's an 8. I wish it would... Okay, 6, 7. What's the next one I really would like to aim for? We have 3 energies. Let's see now. Oh, this seems like a area that could go. Not a big area, mind you, but it is an area. 18 souls and 12 influence. Let's see now. Let's go ahead and crack that down. That works for me. We might want to switch over to souls again. Yeah, let's go ahead and switch over to souls. Actually, no. No. We want to do souls. I think we got everything that I really want for now with my influence. We can do more later. Actually, no. We got a good speed of... No, we got a good speed on that. I think... Oh, wow. Carcass is already dead. We can spread more now. Okay. Well, that leaves us with 7 points. Ooh, we need 8. Can we... Ah, no, it didn't affect it. Okay. We're going to need more influence for sure, then. Disaster. Bump that up, and bump that up. Now we can hit that. There we go. Let's go ahead and boost the number of souls we can get. Not caring too much about the speed on the spread anymore, so now let's do... Since we're pretty maxed out on the daily energy. Let's go to... damage amount, sure. Oh, wow, that was nasty. Okay, well, let's see. Where can we replace that from, then? We are at... That's 7, so if we... Okay, maybe we will go ahead and use the... That, and then we can spread over to Dakar. We are now in Africa, which is good because we are in a hot place. That's also coastal, so that's a lot of damage we can do over there with the disease. Okay. Over here, let's go ahead and get more souls. That's a lot of souls we can get from there now. Amplify the damage and increase the... You know what? Yeah, we'll go ahead and spread faster. And we got him, I think. Let's go ahead and take out the rest of Washington over there. New York is toast. And Los Angeles is not that far away from it. Oh, Hawaii needs to get convicted pretty soon at some point. I wonder if there's anybody on these little islands. There's a little bit of some people all the way out there. That's crazy. Influence. Sure. We need a little bit more influence for a little bit more stuff. Let's see now. Increase the cost and energy for the actives? Sure. Or resource boosts? Yeah, let's do... Now let's go ahead and start working on damaging stuff. Go ahead and get some storms going. Now comes the part where we can go ahead and affect other areas. We're gonna start having some storms in India. Expand, boost, and let's say damage. Here we go. And hit Sri Lanka. I think that's Sri Lanka, right? Influence part. Let's see. Size of all abilities. Yeah. Size up. Increases critical hit chance for all abilities by 10%. That's good. And then, yeah, I don't have to worry about the damage. I just want to make sure the crit's up. Okay, I think I might want to get one more influence. One. And then we'll get souls. What was that? Everyone in Buenos Aires is dead. Oh, okay. Well, there. That's fine. We are so deep into it, and it looks like South America is destroyed. So, and North America is not behind it. Now comes the other part that kind of starts the domino effect. This is global decay speed. Once one place goes down, this will start taking effect, and other will start taking a bit of a passive, a loss of effect, depending on how many of these nations go. So once you start getting one nation to go, they'll start daisy chaining a lot faster. Hi, Madagascar. Cut me off way too many times, you have. And let's see, do we have anything else? At this point, I don't care too much about the countermeasures. Amplified damage works. Yeah. Oh, wow, they are getting on the arc really quickly. Okay. Then again, I guess they noticed everybody's dying very fast, so I guess that is what that is. That's fine. I think we've already got them enough that it's not going to be mattering too much. We're just going to hit them in random spots now, tornadoes, and get whatever souls we can gather. Ooh, look at that. I think now is a great time to get some asteroids in here. Let's see. Upgrade the size. Let's see. 104 unit damage is quite a bit. But let's get an impact cloud involved and get that size up, because that's when you make things a little more precise. The downside about the asteroid, it does a lot of damage, but it is very random where the sucker is going to hit. Very random. Where it is going to hit, you're going to kill a lot of people, but it's going to be random. It's very random until you get the upgrade that makes it less random. That being said, it's better than not having any other extra thing, but now that the countermeasures are hitting, it's better to get him going as best we can. Ooh, we can go ahead and get that one going. And let's see, the storms can go over... We can start spreading some storms, if you would, please. Oh, there's a countermeasure. Okay, so here's how those work. I believe what happens is that it knocks out... Okay, let's see here. I know that the energy cost has gone up more. I wonder if that's... Oh, that is because that's what that does. I thought it was just a general thing. I was going to say, I believe it disables your... Okay, no. It just makes an extra tab. I thought it disabled that entirely. Now I've learned something new. You just have to click the button of the disease or disaster, and then you can go back to your enhancers. But no. So... In order to stop this random effect that can get generated, we have to spend these corruption points to basically try and overrule this ability they're going to throw at us. But it's a random chance. But the good news is it takes less and less every time we do it. Ooh, that was close. Okay. That was expensive. But having double the cost on one of our abilities is not something I want to have. So, that was worth the cost for me. Granted, of course, the respiratory disease is doing plenty of work on its own here. We don't need to worry too much about that. The spread's about to hit, though. There we go. Now we can spread some storms. We could have spread some storms, but they are all expensive here. Because I decided to put it in frickin' India. I forgot that India is one of the most expensive places. Okay, great. That's fine. That'll just focus on India on its own. That's fine. That was a mistake on my part. We'll just try and hit it with a bunch of asteroids. There we go. Woo, that's a lot of damage. And then it makes the pyroclastic cloud. Oh yeah, that's a lot of... The good thing about going after India is that it's all very contained. It's not very spread out. So if you hit them with something like an asteroid, it's gonna do a lot of damage. Okay, now switch over to souls. Because our souls are maxed out. Okay, yeah, we want to fix that. Asteroids. Bump that up, and let's get some more precise hittings, if you would do so kind. Increase the energy cost. And we got 6 more. What can we do with 6 points? Nothing, I don't think. Oh, wait, we can get one of these. Increase the passive storms. Spread speed can be good. Okay, back to it. So, North America's gone, South America's gone. It's just a matter of getting the rest of them. We'll do another tornado in Madagascar. And tornadoes in Madagascar. Who would have thought? Actually, we probably might want to focus on making one of the more important places drop so that we can spread a little more. Don't you think? I think also, I do wonder, if I upgrade this... Okay, I was wondering if you upgraded these things, if it ended up making the cost go up. Let's go ahead and make the Z's now cold damage more. And 100% of targets. Because that does seem to be our main way of killing these guys off. And let's see if we can hit Spain. Can we hit Spain? Boom! Dead center! And with the second one, too. Nasty. Oh. Arc build speed has been increased. You know what? Let's say no to that. That was close. That was a little close. Let's see. There's a lot of weakened people here. Let's see if we can take out Sri Lanka with a tornado. That should finish them off, I hope. Maybe we should focus our efforts on Africa, since it looks like that's about to fall apart now. And once it does, that'll make things a little smoother for us. Let's see now. 27 souls. Let's boost the stat up a little bit more. Because, we just had... Okay, Dakar is dead. We can go ahead and move over here now. And let's go ahead and hit France. And see if we can't hit India again. Boom! That's actually... Oh, there they go. I wonder if ones in mountains get a little bit more of a defense against that. These guys are probably the safest win so far. London is pretty much toast. There it goes. I guess we'll do the respiratory outbreak. It seems like the outbreaks are just really doing a lot on them. Span speed, attack size, and... Yeah, now we're focusing on doing pure damage. Hey, we can move the storms over here now. Sweet. I do wonder what makes these grow bigger sometimes. Maybe I should have just focused on working with only the disease, because it does be kicking a lot of butt. Let's see. Are we expanding still? This doesn't look like we've already done all the expanding we want to do, so we don't care about that. And damage. There we go. And let's go ahead and bump it up a little more, why don't we? Let's get this. This is a little too blue for my liking. Boom! It's the active abilities that really sell me on the game, I'll be honest. You literally just point and boom, a lot of things happen. Now, volcanoes might be my favorite one so far. You basically throw out a whole bunch, and then one of its special abilities is that 3 times you can be able to make all of them explode. And you combo that with the perk that lets you recharge the abilities 3 times, you can make a whole bunch of volcanoes all over the world, and boom, 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 everybody's dead. It is insane. If you want to talk about a long-term power build, oh my god, that thing will kill everybody. Sorry, Japan, you're my favorite place, but you gotta go too. goodness, the diseases are really kicking butt. Maybe I should have just ignored the storms and just left it up to the diseases. A little more souls, more damage, and more area size. Oh yeah, we have to get Australia. They're very easy to forget because of where they are. Probably that's good for them. But everybody's dying out because now that decay speed is really rocking out. Asia's about to fall. Or Asia West, I suppose. There it goes. Now just Asia East, which for whatever reason counts Australia. See if that hits. Boom. Oh, wow, that one sounded really wide. I didn't think it was going to go that far out. Oh, we got a lot of souls. Doesn't matter too much, though. Spread. More damage. And more spread, because I did recently move them out. Although at this point, it doesn't matter too much. That decay speed's going to just do the rest of the job for me, honestly. Get him again. 50% of the effects will be silenced. Nah, we're good. Ooh, and the effects of like everybody just getting blown around when they die is very interesting. They have some nice, interesting effects when it comes to these disasters whenever they hit hard. Let's see if we can go ahead and take these folks out. Come on, there we go. Now it's just Australia we have to worry about. Oh. Once the Ark's population is 5,000, humanity will be saved. Well, we can't have that now, can we? Maybe we should have focused a bit on that. Let's see. Ah, wait, that's not effective, is it? Increases the odds when attempting that. Increases the global... You know what? Let's go ahead and get that speed up a little bit more. Just because you're nearing the end doesn't mean you should ignore the Ark. This is hard mode, after all. Saigon is dead. Now we just have this spot. No, I probably shouldn't have given storms, but oh well. They're pretty much toast now. They don't even have 5,000 people left. There's only 4,000. And that's pretty much the game. There it is. And we win. See? Then that is Extinction Day. I think we'll go ahead and do another challenge on that in here, and I'll show you the power of volcanoes. Oh my god, volcanoes are nasty. In fact, I'm so confident with these things, I might go on the brutal level. Let's see now. We definitely are gonna take the active reload, because that is spicy with the volcanoes there. Let's see. Alertness. Let's see. I think that this is the one that's... Yeah, we have to do specifically amount of damage with volcanoes. No problem there. Alertness a bit slower. Start with some influence. Let's see. Start with the free enhancements. I think we'll go with damage all passive disasters increased. Let's see here. Countermeasures or quick start, perhaps? Shuttle explosion causes a defect in Ark shuttles, causing them to explode. Lasts for 90 days only. That's only if we're getting to the end part, and that's hopefully where we're not going to get to. Natural. I wonder what that's going to do. Oh, that's for other abilities and stuff. Let's go with the passive damage, since we're going to be starting with that. Let's go. Brutal difficulty it is. You will eventually need corruption points. Plan for them sooner rather than later. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is going to be a lot more difficult. I don't know how this is going to affect things. There's no special effects on this here. It's just humans have 150 HP, resources are going to be slower, humans are going to be aware faster, and countermeasures are going to hit faster. Yeah, the whole tutorial of this thing is just that we have extra goals to do, which we will definitely hit. I'm going to go ahead and get that respiratory outbreak going, and we're going to go ahead and start it off, I think, in Dakar, now that I really think about it. Boost the resources, rapid spread, and attack size. That's what I want to do for this one, I think. And then for the disaster side... Yeah, we're going to need a little bit more, aren't we? Yeah, we are. That's fine. Auto-collect on influence. Oh, we actually have a lot of influence. Okay. Get those resource drops as best we can. And souls. There we go. This one may fail, but if we can just get a hold of a lot of damage, we'll be fine. We're gonna need a lot of souls. But I am telling you, once we get volcanoes and then we can really get a lot of souls after them, oh boy, it's gonna be nasty. Wait and see. Let's see. Let's get the energy up faster so it moves faster and such. Let's see. Well, we're gonna get more influence points. And lesson learned, we don't want to touch India for a while. India might be one of the last places we want to go to. Although India is very strong for the respiratory disease. Especially if you make it for the hot zones. Okay. More influence. I will take that. Thank you. Okay. Let's see now. Well, we'll need that one later. Let's go ahead and boost up the influence points we get. We can go ahead and do another outbreak over here. Good. And we can start an outbreak over here, since that should be fine, I think. Expand over this way, because it's going to go into the other areas, so I think I don't care that much how quickly this one expands. Soul boost. Soul boost. Maybe I should do a speeding up on the accelerated harvest for this one. You know what? Yes, I am. And then attack size or efficiency, you think? Wait, why is this at 21? Okay, yeah, it does feel a little buggy because it can allow you to pick 4 places that you probably shouldn't take. I don't know why it suddenly had boosted up all of a sudden to 21 and allowed me to get this, but it did, and I'm in trouble now. Respiratory outbreak is running out of energy. Oh boy, that's probably going to be a problem. Unless... I wonder if... Energy cost... Maybe it's because of some other factors that I'm not aware of. Okay. Increase the damage, I'd say, for this place. Let's see. More damage. And influence. Damage. And attack size. Good. I'm only going to get this one. It unlocks the resource boost, because we need that. Thank you. Boost the resource. That's a good one to have. That's going to boost up quite a bit. Now, we might want to... Well, yeah, we don't have any other disasters but the volcanoes, so we need to work with that. We need 18 souls again for the soul upgrade for the disease, which we really want. We really, really want that. And we can't go there yet because we have some disease problems. Maybe we should have done the spread for this one. Actually, this one's already done with the spreading already. So yeah, we did the right thing not picking the spread for this one, right? I think. Or is it because it's out of energy? I can't tell. Maxed out 0%. Disaster. When ready, disaster will automatically expand to a new location. Judicial territories. Okay. Do we want to do storms now? Because that could allow us to spread to more places. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and at least take it. That way we get another area of attack. And let's go... Let's see. What is actually the best focus for the storms? I guess it'll be here. Storms. Increased effectiveness against coastal damage areas. Makes sense to me. Okay. Oh, great. We need more souls to boost things up even more. Great. Okay, let's go ahead and boost what we can. Soul boost. Definitely want to get that soul boost whenever you can. So China and Japan are going to get really racked over pretty soon. How much of that is coastal? Most pretty... More than half? No, less than half. Still, there's a lot. Alright, we got 8. And we'll boost... Actually, let's wait till 12 if we can get... Well, actually, maybe that might not be cost effective for that. Let's go ahead and get that. There we go. That is more resources there. What do we want next? I think increasing max energy. You know what? Let's start focusing on the energy build. We need more energy and make things going faster. What's the energy cost there? 10? So we could actually go to Saigon as well. Focusing on... And the countermeasures are coming into place. Maybe we might have forgotten a little important thing called the alertness. Great. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Increase the cost and energy to deploy active abilities by 10%. Efficiency enhancer. Population. Oh, boy. I think we might have goofed this one. Maybe we'll hit that down just a little bit more, just to try it. Because I think it takes getting into the red on the alertness for them to start building the arc, I think. Okay, I think we have enough souls to start. Let's beef up. You know what? Let's start taking it. The whole point of this is to pretty much bring up on the volcanoes. Let's just do one of these at a time. They can do a lot of damage. Once things get rolling. We're gonna have to cost 4 souls. Nope! We do not want something costing souls. We need those souls to make our volcanoes as strong as we can. This is the focus stuff. Is going to be the volcanoes. So yeah, now is the time to start building up our volcanoes. You know what? Accelerated harvest sounds good to me all of a sudden. And also, they last a good while, too. Okay, another boost. Size and attack size, or damage? I would rather you have damage increased first. So we went for 12. Okay, good. There we go. That's going to likely get things killed more often. Let's go ahead and put one right smack dab in the middle of... That's not China, is it? No, that's China, I think. And we're gonna have to switch over to souls now. Let's see now. Critical hit chance, good to have. Attack size, nope. Attack size of all active abilities, yes, that's fine. Soul 24, good. Let's make that splash size bigger. Let's also do one in the middle of Germany and France here, I think. Safe to say the alertness is going to really start jumping out a lot now. Okay, that's quite a bit more souls. Upgrade more. More damage. And chance and damage in a bit. In a bit we'll do that. Up here, you know, yeah, let's go ahead and make it go higher. Now this is the one that, with 22 souls, can end a whole lot of damage. Does it also affect the... But yeah, let's go ahead and max out everything we can about these guys. And pretty much anywhere that there will be a volcano, a nice big boom one that's happening once we make that happen. And we can make it happen 3 times. Alright, 20. Let's see here now. Let's see. More size, sure, that's fine. Do another one over here in India? Yeah, sure. Always want to at least have one going at all times, right? And let's also increase the damage going on with the respiration if we can, because we kind of need it now. You know, I think one good volcano could take out Madagascar. I'm sorry, I totally have it in for Madagascar. I've had so many campaigns of Plague Inc. where they just ruin my run every time. And why is Greenland one of the only places that are, like, empty? Healing 5 HP every week. You know, we want that gone. We want that gone. That's one of the... Because once we get one of these places to decay, we're going to win, so... And we'll go ahead and pop another one in this area, I think. Oh, nice. Hawaii's gonna get destroyed then. Of course it's the ones with storms in it. Let's see. Size and damage might be good. Oh, it seems to be spreading very slowly. Maybe I should have gone with spread. And let's see, we are now at 34. Let's take that up to the next level. And... spread speed and attack size for you, and then we'll upgrade some other things later. Let's get a little bit more influence if we can. Because influence also gets us counter intelligence points, or the corruption points. Let's go ahead and pop one of these in here. We want to hurry up and get this place destroyed, don't we? Oh, yeah. Doing nasty bits of damage. I think we're going to have to put another one right here. Speak of the devil. Bing! Okay, that should be enough for a bit extra, I think. Oh, wow, there's a storm right on top of Hawaii over there. My goodness. Didn't realize Hawaii was that far away from America. Military stabilization, what's that going to do? Energy cost for this ability location increased. I am not a fan of that, so let's move that along. Yay. Okay. Influence time. Let's see, what are we going to make happen here? Might as well. And decrease the energy cost of deployable activities. Increases energy efficiency. Nah, we're fine there at this point. Energy production of all abilities would have been good. Max energy. Ooh, actually, max energy would not be a bad one to have. Ooh, actually, that might even allow me to get 4 volcanoes out at a time. That's actually going to be very nasty, come to think of it. Yeah, only 15 extra damage in the dry areas. Yeah, sure, right. Let's boost your damage up. Okay. The plot is almost in place, and they haven't even... We're very lucky that they have not decided to start summoning the Ark yet. So we actually got a shot at this, I think. Storms in Shenyang. Wait, what? Yeah, that's what we want, right? Soul boost, acceleration on that, and attack size? Yeah, let's do attack size, I think. And yeah, we're gonna have to boost a bit more, aren't we? Let's take out Madagascar. How about y'all say? There's the Ark. There it is. Okay, we'll focus again on souls then. Okay, chance, amplified damage. We don't care that about which right now, because that's all the passive stuff. We're at 8. Text size of all abilities by 30. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that one. I think we are almost to the point where it's about time to unleash the big one. We just want a little bit more soul power. Make a volcano right here in the middle area again. What was that? Oh, was that a spread? I think that was a spread out. Nope, satellite data. Disaster effects will halt for 171 days. No, thank you. I don't want that. And now, let's go ahead here. What next? Increase its size even more? Or in the chances of more damage, I think. Oh. Okay. Well, that being built, I think it's about time we have to launch it. And look at that, 4 volcanoes we can have now. And then, again! Here. I guess we haven't hit America like at all, have we? Then here. And then that's all of that. Showtime! Seismic Shockwave! Boom! There it is. Woo, boy. Increase that a little bit more, shall we? That was a lot of damage! Oh, yeah, look at all that red. That's a lot of red. Problem is, it didn't destroy any places. Well, a little sad, but that's a lot of damage, but maybe we should have just put them all over Africa. But yeah, look at all that damage, and it's going, still going. Let's see now. A little bit more there. A lot of damage chance now. Oh, is this place almost destroyed? It's almost destroyed there. Nice. And then we're going to have another volcano pop up. Where are we going to put it? Let's put it right here. Because we need to do some damage over in Africa. Oh, that's some damage. Okay, energy cost for the ability location and for this ability location. You know what? I don't think I care that much about that. Yeah, no, I'm fine with the ability damage cost up there. Let's go ahead and let's see now. Oh, that just boosted up over here now, didn't it? Oh, well, that's fine. This place is about to fall apart, too. But yeah, now you can see why I really enjoy the volcanoes. Just boom everywhere. Especially when you combo them with that active reload. Just basically nuclear missiles all over the place. Come on, give me just enough for one more. There we go. Let's go ahead and put that right here. And do another! Who's ready for round 2? Boom, 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 boom! Anyone who survived the first is definitely gone? Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Although the Ark is still making its rounds, and unfortunately... Let's see. Oh, this all counts for Europe? Go figure. We'll need another one. Let's try and get as many as we can over here in Europe. Ooh, it's a critical hit. Nice. That should do some damage. Although we probably want to put it there. Come to think of it. Oh! Let's get some storms in Australia. That should help. Attack size, attack damage, and speed. Why not? We want to hurry that up along if you don't mind. I want that to happen faster, so let's go rid of that if we can. Thank you very much. In fact, let's get a little bit more influence so I can try and get some more of those countermeasures. I can't believe this place is not dead yet. They are that spread apart, apparently. Let's see about upgrading the damage over here then, I guess. And more energy for you, too? And also, I think I did expand it enough. We might be able to put it somewhere else. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We need to, though, if we can. There we go. Respiratory outbreak going. And damage. Going. Alright. Oh! We got... There they go. Now they're starting to fall. And the global decay speed will start to fall out. Yep, there we go. There we go. Now it's all falling apart. Now it is all falling apart. I was a little worried there for a minute. I was a little worried, I will not lie. We managed to make it happen with the big old booms. That's the power of some eruptions, man. They are some sick damage. Might be able to do one more, I think. Yeah, really? At this point, you're going to hit me with that? Okay. Cost 4 souls every week. No, thank you. I'm not a fan of that. Oh, did I get it? Nice. Let's go ahead and hit you guys where it will most likely hurt the most. I'm hoping that when we hit the cloud again, the seismic shockwave again, it'll hit everybody around here. I'm not sure of the range, but it couldn't hurt, right? Respiratory outbreak! Oh yeah, there, we got it. This is over. South America's the only one left. The K-Speed is going to just do all the rest of the work for us. Oh, how cute. They're trying to get off the planet. Oh, that was quick. And bye-bye, South America. Yes. Hey, we got it. And we leveled up, too. That should give us some new porks and stuff. Nice. Decay, overdrive. Ooh, nasty. Wait a minute. Global speed. Okay, that's in total. Nice. Instant expansion. Instantly expand one of your passive abilities if available. Ooh, nice. That could be some interesting stuff there. But yeah, so this has been a look at Extinction Day. This is just the weather and terrain effects. There is so many different disasters out there, man. Like, we got airstrikes, zombie outbreaks, civil wars, parasites. This... Surely there's got more than that, yeah? You can bring them all out. It's gonna be nasty. And this is just the stuff that's we know of. I'm pretty sure there's also an alien invasion, and it looks like they're gonna be having more chapters eventually that'll come out too. This is just the first or initial release of it. So, I thank you very much for joining me on this Extinction Day. I hope that you have seen a few things that you might like. Y'all have a good rest of your day now, and be sure to live life to the max. I'm out!